Hey guys, my name is Ashley Walmer and I'm a founding circle member with Emirates International, and today I wanted to make this video to talk to you guys a little bit about how to use Facebook to grow your business. So everything we talk about today is going to be Facebook. If you want to learn about Instagram, there will be another video training for that, okay? So I'm going to share with you guys a few different things. I'm going to share my screen so you can see my computer and my phone as we're going through some of these. So the first thing I want to say right now, when you're using social media marketing to grow your business, you guys, you need to understand that posting is not asking. Just because you post something does not mean that everybody is going to see it. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But it also doesn't mean that you're asking somebody to join your team or buy your product. Really, it's just a way for you to warm up your warm market. You're inviting them in to watch your journey while you're posting, while you're adding to your story. But don't get discouraged if you're feeling like, oh my goodness, I'm posting and I'm not seeing any results from it. We're going to teach you guys a little bit about how to see those results. But I just wanted to start out by saying that posting is never asking. You actually have to make the ask for someone to join your team or buy your product if you're looking to be successful in this industry while using social media. All right. The next thing I want to say is consistency is key. No matter if you're brand new to social media marketing or if you've been using social media for a while to grow your business, whatever it is that you're doing, consistency is key. So pick it and stick with it. Whether that's you're posting every day, whether you're posting 2 times a day or 3 times a week, whatever it is that you're doing, just make sure that you're consistent with that, because you're going to get in a habit of doing that. And then habits are going to form into those daily habits that help you be successful. All right. Okay. So a little bit before we start getting into this, just the differences between Facebook and Instagram. So for me specifically, I knew this would happen eventually. I'm going to turn my phone on silent. Facebook is more your warm market. A lot of times people start with friends on Facebook that they already know, right? You either grew up with them from high school, you met them in college, you were friends with them, maybe you dated somebody and you friended, some of their friends, and those are the people, they're your family, they're your neighbors, they're people that you already know. Now, yes, you can have people that you already know on Instagram, 100%. But a majority of the people on Instagram, you don't know. And it's a completely different ballgame, all right? A lot of times on Facebook, people only accept you if you have mutual friends, where Instagram, you don't look at any of that stuff. You just look at their profile, right? You look and see, is this somebody that's of interest to me, and do I want to follow them? So those are kind of the differences. And so for me, the way I use Facebook is I am getting on there knowing a majority of these people that I'm interacting with and seeing are my friends. I know them, or we're acquaintances. And so by posting and doing the things that I'm going to tell you guys today, you're warming up your warm market to what it is you're doing. Okay. A lot of times too, people will say, well, I feel like I'm not moving forward in my business, and, I'm spending this amount of time, but I'm not seeing any results. And I'm going to challenge you guys to kind of keep track of what it is you're doing. Are you just sitting there scrolling, through Facebook and sharing things and watching stories and getting in the loop that kind of like pulls you in? And before you know it, you've spent an hour on your phone. You haven't done anything for your business. All right. So there are some very specific things that you can do every single day on Facebook that will move your business forward. All right. We're going to get into those nitty gritties, but I'm going to tell you guys a couple of those things right now. So it's by making a post or adding to your story. That is step 1. That is one thing that you can do on Facebook every day to move your business forward. Second thing, you want to grow your network. What does that mean? You want to be adding new friends every single day on Facebook. Okay, growing your network. Step 3, it's interacting and building relationships on Facebook. So what does that look like? It looks like commenting and liking. It's sending happy birthday messages to people. It's sending messages that are getting in their inbox, have nothing to do with your business. It's just you building relationships and being a friend. Okay, so interacting every day. Then, so that's 1, 2, 3. The fourth thing that you can do every day to move your business forward is just check messages that maybe you sent yesterday. See if people responded to them, and then go ahead and respond to those people. All right. So checking messages and getting back to people. And then the fifth thing that you can do every day to grow your business is sending new messages out about your business, whether it's joining your business or buying a product, right? So sending new messages out to people that you've not talked to yet. Now, I am not talking about cold messaging. All right. I am talking about sending an intentional message to somebody that you've thought about, that you're putting thought into, that you would like to join your team. And that's a whole nother ballgame about how to message and what that should look like. But every single day, I am trying to pick somebody intentionally that I can send a message to tell them about what I'm doing or to tell them about the products that I have. All right. And then following up with people. So following up with those people that you've already sent messages to. So let's get into all of the nitty gritty that has to do with that. But before we start dissecting that, let's talk a little bit about your profile and what that looks like and how to set that up. So I'm actually going to screen share with you guys what my phone looks like. And we're going to walk through this together. All right. Perfect. So when you go to your profile, so this is your profile, all right? So a couple of things that make a good profile is your cover photo. So this image that says "Make It Happen," that is your cover photo. So this could definitely be a picture of your family. It could be a picture of, you and some friends, whatever you want it to be. Now, in my opinion, what is aesthetically pleasing to me is when I see a quote, something very simple, something clean, either a quote, or maybe you can go on Pinterest and find like a background. Maybe it doesn't have any words on it at all, but it's just something, a picture of the ocean, something that is abstract that just says something a little bit about you. All right. And as you notice, as you're watching and seeing my posts, you guys see that I have colors that I stick to. I have certain fonts that I stick to. That is branding, and that's a whole nother topic of itself. I have a video on YouTube called Branding Blueprint. If you want to know more about how to brand yourself, I would definitely suggest watching that. Okay, so you can change your cover photo. How you do that is you just click edit and then you can change your picture. Your profile picture, so this picture of me, I highly recommend that it's a picture of you. Yes, a picture of you and your spouse is fine, but a picture of you specifically, not just of your family, not just of your kids, not of your dog, not of your favorite flower. Why? Because when people see this, they want to know that you are a real person, okay? That you are who you say you are. And sometimes the best picture, you guys, is a close-up, something that they can see who you are. It's not like super, super far away. All right? So getting a good, clean, crisp, bright profile picture. Now, your bio, that is this right here where it says wife, mom of 3, former esthetician. So I want you guys thinking about, like, who are you? All right. Again, that's that branding video, but who are you? What do you represent? What do you stand for? I would recommend not putting the name of your company that you're associated with right there, because you are more than the company that you're attached to. That's just maybe what you do. And you can see I put entrepreneur because that is what I am. I have multiple streams of income. I'm not just attached to one thing. So I would highly recommend you guys doing something like that. All right. And then as you scroll, right here, I have Married to Mike. The followers are there. My Instagram is on there. And then a little bit more info, people can click that. But I don't have listed tons and tons and tons of things about me, like where I went to high school, where I went to college, my jobs, all of that stuff. Why? Because honestly, it mucks it up. They would be scrolling forever if I had all of those things listed. And you have 2.5 seconds to grab somebody's attention, all right? So I want them seeing who I am, seeing that cover photo, a little bit about me, and then I want them scrolling to see pictures. All right. So these are your highlight pictures, and you can change those by clicking more. Nope, I lied. Edit profile. Okay, so this is where you can change your bio right here, your details that people see, and your featured photos. Those are, sorry, not highlight, but featured photos. You have the ability to have 9 pictures right there that you can do. And you can see for me, I just made collages. I want people to get a good snapshot of who I am. Now, I have my logo on there. I have a quote that really represents me. I would suggest doing something that is bright, colorful, something about you. You could put one picture of you and your spouse in there. You could put one picture of your kids. You could put one picture of you and some friends. You could put a quote in there. Whatever represents you guys, you can kind of figure out what that looks like. All right, so moving on to this profile. If you guys don't have this set up, I would just take 5 minutes and clean it up. Make sure everything looks how you want it to look. The other thing that I'll say is when you start scrolling to your posts, making sure that if you have a ton of recipes or shared stuff on there that is not actually your content, I would just delete it. And how you do that is you click those buttons and you can click delete right there. And it's going to take it off of your profile. So you want to make sure when people are looking through your posts, they're getting a really good idea of who you are. So just for example, these few posts that I've done, you guys, this one's about my business. This is a business post. This is adding value. It's a quote. It's something, that's fun. This is me being a mom. This is my son. This is talking about my faith. This was from Easter. This is a girlfriend of mine who's also in my business. So as you can see, just right away by my first couple posts, people are getting a snapshot of who I am and what I like to post. It's my content. I'm not sharing other people's content. Again, another business post. That was something that Mike posted. Just something fun, okay? Me being an aunt, my family. These are all things that are about me that are super important as people are starting to follow me and watch me. I want them to get a snapshot again of who I am. Okay, so back to here. Also, like I said, so I would just go through, if you guys are brand new to social media marketing, I would just scroll through and see what are those first 5 swipes that you're seeing of your most recent posts. If you need to clean it up, just delete stuff. You can save them, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But just making sure that your first 5, I would say, swipes of your posts are representative to who you are and what you want to put out on social media. All right. Now we're going to talk about 2 more things before we move on to those daily things that you guys can do to move your business forward. And it's protecting your friends list and controlling what actually goes to your profile. So to do that, I am going to actually screen share my computer with you guys this time. All right, screen share. I'm going to show it to you on a desktop version. Okay. So, okay, so why this is important, and let me just grab my notes here for a second because I want to make sure that I tell you guys exactly what to do and we don't get stuck. All right, I should have had this up. Sorry, guys. Okay, so protecting your friends list. So this is something that's super important. Why? Because there are other people that build businesses on social media that do not have integrity. And they will use your platform, they will use your influence, they will use your social media as a place to find new people to talk to. Okay, I just want to control that. I have a mindset of abundance. There are enough people out there, but I want to protect my friends list. All right. So how you do that is you go into your settings, move this around. Okay. So you go into your settings right here, and then you are going to go to privacy. All right. How people find and contact you, who can see your friends list. I would recommend that you guys switch this to only me. So only you can see your friends. What does that mean? When you go on social, let's see, I'm just going to type in my husband's name because I'm pretty sure he has this already done. All right. So if I go to Mike's page and I go to his friends, I can only see our mutual friends, so the people that we have in common. All right, now I'm just going to click on a random person here and see if her friends list is hidden. So I'm going to click on friends. Nope, see, I can see all of her friends. I can click through here, all friends, mutual friends. So this is how you can see other people's friends, right? So do you guys see the difference? So if you go to mine, I can see all of my friends, but if you go to my page, you will not be able to see my entire friends list. You will be able to see the people that we have in mutual friends contacted with. All right, so that's how you hide your friends list. Now, I also want to show you guys how to control what's on your timeline. So if you go here, you will see that really I don't allow lots of people to tag me in posts. Why? Because when I get tagged in a post, it goes to my timeline, my profile. So when people see it, it's other people's content, okay? Every once in a while, I'll allow it. Like I allowed my husband to tag me in this picture. Now, when he posts it, if I wouldn't have allowed him, okay, I would still be tagged in it. But I allowed this to come to my profile because I wanted other people to see my husband's post, okay? I get to choose that. So if you want to have control of what actually goes on your profile, what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to settings and you go to timeline and tagging and you go to, review down here, and I would turn both of these on. So review posts that you're tagged in before the post appears in your timeline. You want that on. So you'll get a notification that says, Ashley Walmer tagged you in a post. You can decide now if you want to allow that to go to your profile or not. Review tags people add to your post before they appear on Facebook. So maybe somebody tags you in a really awful photo and you don't want that tag on there. You can hide your name from that. And so they can go ahead and post that picture. It's not saying that they're not allowed to post that picture, but it's just saying, you know what? I don't want to be tagged in that. That was not a very flattering picture of me, right? So this is where I would recommend just turning both of those on. Okay, so this is how you guys are able to just kind of control what's put out there on Facebook that has your name attached to it. I am big on that. You can control what you can control, right? We can't control what other people do, but we can control what they have our name attached to. And I think that that's super important to control that part of it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about posting. All right. So I'm not going to go into today what makes a good post and how to actually write up a post. I will do a separate training just on that. But I did want to talk about what to post. Okay. So for me, I have 5 things that I've kind of identified that make me me. All right. So what are your 5 things? I want you to think about that. I want you to journal about that. Again, you can watch my branding blueprint for more ideas on that. But for me, it's family. Okay, I have a blended family. I have been divorced. I have stepkids. That is all part of my family part. All right, my business. I'm an entrepreneur. I talk about my business. I talk about the opportunity to join and get into a multiple stream of income, getting in at a ground floor opportunity, right? My faith, that's big, a huge part of who I am. I want to motivate other people and other women. I want to share my faith. I want to empower them. My health, lifestyle, what I put into my body, what I put onto my body. Those are things that are important to me. So I'm going to talk about them. And then the last thing is lifestyle. Just, I like to have fun. I like to be with my friends and go out and experience life. And so I want to post things that other people are going to see that's fun, that's a little bit about me. So those are my 5 things. So for you, you can figure out what those 5 things are and post those. So don't just post all business. Don't just post all family. You want to rotate through those 5 things. And if you get stuck and you're like, man, I don't know what to post today, go back through. See what you posted the couple days beforehand. If the last 2 posts have been about your family, maybe try one of your other 4 categories instead of just family. All right. So another thing you guys can do is get on Pinterest and type in photos of the day. There are great different images out there to give you guys different ideas of things that you can post. You can post motivation, quotes, Bible verses, anything about self-development. Hashtags of the day. Look up hashtag of the day and make a post around that. One thing I like to do is show myself working, show myself building this business, my office view, myself working, what that looks like. If I'm training, doing, a training, posting that, because why? That shows that I am somebody that people want to join, that if they join my team, they're not going to be alone. They're going to have these other resources that they're going to allow them to move their business forward too. Team growth and recognition. I want to show that my business is booming, my business is working, and I want to recognize people on my social, giving them shout outs. Why? Because in normal jobs, people don't get recognition. And I want to show that if you join this team, that you're going to have those things, that you're going to be appreciated for who you are and what you bring to the table. And then talking about this industry that we're in, you guys, showing different stats about network marketing and why an opportunity like this is good, showing success stories. But my hard and fast rule is always add value. If you're making a post at the very end of it, before you hit enter or post, I want you guys to ask yourself, is this adding value to all of my friends that would see this? If not, don't post it. Okay? That is my one hard and fast rule. There's lots of other suggestions I could give you about what makes a good post, but if you're not adding value with your post, then you're selfishly posting something that's not going to do anything for you because it's not doing anything for anyone else. All right. So let's talk a little bit, just real quick, about call to actions in posts. All right. Things that I like to do while I'm posting is maybe ask a question. Why? Because you're asking for engagement. People are going to interact. They're going to comment. And that's important because it's going to boost your algorithm. That's one thing we didn't talk about yet, is the algorithm. So Facebook works on something called an algorithm. So only, 13 to 17% of your friends actually see your posts on social media. There's these different hard rules and things, and it changes every day that Facebook uses to hide things and show things to people. And ways that you can get your posts seen more is by commenting and liking on other people's stuff. It's going to tell Facebook, hey, I want to see their stuff and I want them to see my stuff. All right. And so when you have a post that right away gets likes and comments on it, that's going to tell Facebook, hey, this is a post that's of value. We want more people to see it, right? So that's a good thing. So if in your post, you're asking a question, you're having people comment below for whatever reason, that's going to boost your algorithm. One thing I don't really love in posts is saying, message me, or text me, or leaving my phone number. Now, there might be a time and a place for that, but you guys, that kind of sometimes comes off as desperate, all right? You want to show yourself as somebody who has posture. Now, you can say little things that are fun, like, you know what to do, or hit me up, or see it in my inbox, or, if you have questions, comment below. Little things like that. Now, when you do that, people are going to send messages to you because they're curious, right? They're going to comment below. Now, one thing I always like to do if somebody says, hey, I'm really interested, is I will reply back to their comment and I'll say, hey, check your inbox, or messaging you, or I'm commenting back to them to let them know, go check your inbox. One, that's also another comment on my post, so Facebook's going to put that back in the algorithm. But I want to also send all of my comments to my inbox. That is where I do most of my conversations. All right. Now, here's another tip. As soon as you know that somebody is interested in your business or product, now you want to take that conversation from Facebook to your phone. Okay. Get their phone number. Say, hey, I'd love to have this conversation. What's your phone number? And I'll text you. All right. That way you don't miss messages. You're protecting it. You're sending it to your phone. There's lots of reasons why you want to do that. That'll be another training about how to work smarter, not harder, but where you're able to actually get their phone number and follow up with different apps and things like that. But I want to send all the conversations to my phone. Okay. So hashtags. Now, hashtags are different on Facebook than they are on Instagram. They just are. For whatever reason, people use hashtags more on Instagram. The way that I look at hashtags on Facebook is more about branding. So if you have a quote, if you have a favorite thing you like to say, if you are hashtagging, your team name or your last name or Emrys or Legacy Builder or whatever, if you start hashtagging those same things, maybe pick 1 to 3 or 1 to 5 different things that you hashtag every single post, that's more goes into your branding. People are going to recognize that and be like, oh, yep, Ashley's a legacy builder. Oh, yep, Ignite, those are things. Oh, live your truth. That's my, part of my branding. So those are things that just add to your branding. All right. So let's talk about saving posts, because I already said you want to control the content. You want to control what is on your page. You want it to be your content. All right. So I'm going to screen share with you guys again and show you how to do this. Because as you see posts that you like or favorite recipes or funny videos that you want to share with people, you want to put that out there yourself, not just share somebody else's content, right? Okay. So an example of this. So if you're scrolling through, now I don't have a lot of these on my profile anymore because I've kind of nipped that in the butt. But see, for example, okay, this is a perfect example. Right here, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to save this because I want to know what website to go to buy the dress I have to go to for a wedding this summer, okay? So you can click on these 3 little dots right here and click Save Link. All right, so now I'm saving it. I'll show you where those go in a minute. Let's just say, for example, I'm super busy, but maybe this is a post on somebody on my team and I'm like, oh, I want to comment on that later, but I don't have time right now. So I'm going to save post. Let's see. What is this? Grammar lesson. Oh my gosh, Danielle's so funny. Okay, I'm trying to find one that's really like a quote or something that I would want to send or that I would want to repost. So give me a second, you guys. Come on, somebody post a quote or something worth value. Not value, but worth sharing. All right, I'm going to go to mine because I know I have a quote and this could take a while. Okay. So say I'm on my normal timeline and somebody else posts this. It's not me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that. Instead of sharing it, and you can see I got 2 shares on that. You want your post shared. That's something that looks really good to Facebook. That's why I said add value, because when you add value, people do share your posts. But you want to be somebody that has shares, that you're not sharing other people's content. So for example, if you like this picture, and you're like, I really want to post that. That is a great post. What you can do is, again, come over here and click Save Post. Now, where do all these save posts go? Right over here, you go to your home tab, come over here, go to Saved, and all of your saved posts that you have saved are right here. Okay? So what you can do now is you can go back to this post. And if you're on your phone, if you click it, you can save it. But on here, if you click this picture, you guys, you can save this image, right? And then repost it as your own post instead of sharing somebody else's content. Same thing with like recipes. If you see a recipe on here and you're like, oh, I want to save that so I can make it later, save it to your saved post. Don't share it to Facebook, okay? Another tip is maybe take a picture of that recipe, post it, and then put the recipe in the link below, in the comment below. Okay, so save posts are awesome. If you see a post that somebody else does that's a really good business post, you can save it here. Oh, you guys, Jessica Pearson, right? She's a founding circle member. She owns another business, Lash and Crown Beauty. I wanted to save this link so I knew where to go to buy it, right? I wasn't going to maybe share it to my profile because I wanted to remember it. I can save it here, and now it's here. Again, this is a really funny video, you guys. It's super adorable and cute, but I didn't want to share somebody else's content. So I can take this video and upload it as my own video and share it, and that other people are going to share. Okay. So you guys get the idea. I feel like we can move on. All right. Moving on. Let me go back to my notes. All right. So next thing I want to talk to you guys about, so we talked a little bit about posts and posting, is who to friend and expanding your network, because that is something that's super important every single day. You want to be expanding your network. You want to be growing your friends list, adding friends to your network. You are allowed on Facebook to have 5,000 friends. All right. So I want you guys to go to your page, figure out how many friends you have, and make it a goal to get to 5,000. Why? It makes you look like you're super influential and you have more eyes on your posts. If you have 50 friends, that's great. But remember, the percentage of people that are seeing your posts, only 13 to 17% of them are seeing it. 50 friends versus 5,000 friends, you've just got more eyes on you, more eyes on your stuff. So where can you go to find more friends? If you're married or in a relationship, remember how I showed you guys how to hide your friends list? The average person doesn't do that. So you can go into your spouse's or girlfriend, boyfriend, friend, their friends on Facebook and click add friend. I would recommend doing 3 to 5 a day. No more than that, because if they don't accept you back, that's going to look bad for you. And remember how I said a lot of times on Facebook, people only accept you if you have mutual friends. So I would make sure maybe you had a mutual friend or two. That way they're going to accept you. Now you can go into groups that you're in on Facebook, add some of those members from those groups. We're going to talk a little bit about groups later. You can go to, this is what I like to do. I'm going to actually show you. I'm going to share with you again my screen and show you how I do this, because this is probably one of my favorite ways to find people. All right, so I am going to go to my Facebook. I'm going to scroll until I see a sponsored post. Usually happens pretty quick. That's how Facebook makes money. It happened the last time I got on here. Okay, Roxbox. So this is a sponsored post. See where it says that. Now, why is Facebook showing me this? Because I probably posted about jewelry. I'm a girl. I follow other people that follow those. This is something that Facebook is showing me because I have a unique interest in this. All right. So what I'm going to do is, this has 1,000 likes, has 75 comments. So I'm going to go into the comments, because these are people that are on Facebook that are already liking, commenting on these. And I'm maybe going to just add a few of these people. So how you do that is you hover over their name, add friend. Let's see, maybe read their posts a little bit, see if there's somebody that, okay, add friend. Add friend. Okay. Anyways, you guys get the idea. So you can go through here and add a few people. All right. That's a really great way for you to add some friends. The other thing that you can do is you can go into your suggested friends, or who do you know? Who do you know on Facebook? So if you go over here to, I believe it's, where's the friends part? Nope, here, maybe I have to go into my friends. I know on my phone it pops up really quick, but I'm pretty sure if you're on it, you get suggested friends like all the time. Oh, right here, find friends. Okay, that was easy, find friends. So these are people you may know. All right, so you could go through here, maybe add, 3 to 5 of these people, because they're people you may know. You have mutual friends with some of these people. It's why you're getting suggested to be friends with them. All right. Now, here is a tip that I'll give you guys. This is called the calendar method. And this is something that I do. I have, where's my notebook? Right here. Okay. I use this planner as a social media messaging follow-up. This is not a calendar that I use for my scheduling and my appointments, okay? So I'm just gonna open up a random day. Okay, September 19th, perfect. So one thing I suggest for calendars is you want one that has a day like this that you can write stuff on, okay? We'll see how it has this column right here. So what I do is I at the top write new friends, okay? And as people are accepting me back, so I've sent out 5 new friends today, as I get the notification that they accepted me back, I'm gonna just write their name down on that column and keep track. Why? Because every day now, for the next few days, I want to go and I want to build a relationship with this person. I want to comment. I want to like on their stuff. And so it'll be that constant reminder of, okay, tomorrow, who's on my list? Who do I need to go comment, like, add them, build that relationship with them. And I do that for about a week. I build that relationship for them. I also try to find a way to get into their inbox by the end of the week that has nothing to do with the business that you're in. Okay, so maybe they post a really cute picture of an outfit and you message them and you're like, I love that dress. Where did you find it? Or your lipstick is super cute. Like, what lipstick brand is that? Or, oh my gosh, your family photos are adorable. Who's your photographer? I'm looking for a new one. You're commenting on something that they're posting, messaging them in their inbox because you're getting into their inbox. It's also how you're going to start building a relationship with them. Okay. Now, every Sunday, this is something that I do. You can pick your day of the week. Every Sunday, I go through my friend requests for the ones that are pending, the ones that I've asked people, I've sent request. Any of them that have not accepted, I delete that request. Why? Because if you have tons of pending requests sitting out there, that looks bad to Facebook. It looks like, oh, nobody wants to be friends with this person. We need to bump their algorithm down so none of their posts are seen by people because they're a spammer. Okay. So I will just go through, and if they don't want to be my friend, that's okay. No big deal, right? There are 5 million people in this world. Way more than that. Billions of people, tons and tons on Facebook, right? So I just delete that pending request and I move on. All right. So next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about are lists. Again, I'm going to share my screen, and as you guys are adding new friends, this is again something that you can do to help grow that. All right. Also, I'll show you guys where you can go to delete those. So if you go here to your friends and you click see all, at the very top, it says view sent requests. Okay. So these are people that I sent Facebook friend requests to, and they haven't accepted my friend request. So on Sunday, I will go through here, hover over here and click cancel request. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about lists. Facebook friends lists and how you can use them to grow your business. So if you go to your homepage, you come over here and you scroll to friends lists. All right. I would highly suggest that you create a friends list called new friends. Okay. Every single person that accepts your friend request, you're now going to add them to this list. So a little bit about friends lists. So this is how you create them, okay? So the cool thing about friends list is when I click on a list of my friends, it changes my timeline. It changes what I see. So now I can go through here and I can comment and like on all of these people's stuff because I'm building relationships with them because these are my new friends, right? It changes your feed a little bit. It's not everybody else at your friends list. You're being intentional about commenting and liking on your new friends list. So if I am just clicking through here on I went to my homepage and I went to my normal, my normal timeline. How do you add somebody to a list, okay? So if you're like, oh, they're a new friend and I haven't added them to my list, you hover over their name, then you hover over friends and see where it says add to a list. You can now add people to specific lists that you want, okay? So let's see, what else did I want to tell you guys about lists? Oh, the other thing you can do is when you're making a post, you can actually post right to a list. So if you want to make sure that every single person in that post, or I mean, in that list sees your post. So say I'm making a post, whoops. Okay. When you come over here to public, you can change this to, why? No, that's not right. It used to say friends list. Friends and connections, maybe? More. Okay, why am I not seeing it? I might have to get back with you guys on that. I am not seeing where I can add to a specific list. It used to, oh, you definitely don't want to, yeah, okay, wait, see more. Nope. Public. It used to let you post to a list. See all. There we go. I knew I found it. Custom. Okay. So this is where you can click custom, see more custom, and then you can post to an actual list. Facebook changes all the time. Right here, you can see these are my lists. So if I want to post that to my potentials test, I'm not going to post this, but if I want to make this post and have everybody on my potentials see it, I can do that and click share right there. So you can post to that list. All right. What else? So the other thing that I like about lists, you guys, is if you're looking at your timeline and you're like, oh my gosh, all these people are in my business. I need this to look differently because I'm trying to grow my business. That's the thing about lists that are nice is every time you click on them, you're seeing a different part of your timeline because again, these are people that I've been commenting, liking on, or vice versa. So if you're trying to, maybe you're seeing a ton of people that are already on your team because you've been interacting with them, right? And you're like, I need to interact with my prospects. You can come over here and click on one of these lists. And now all of a sudden you've just opened up a brand new list of people that you can be liking, commenting on because none of these people are already in your business, right? We want to use Facebook to grow our business. So these are ways that you guys can intentionally do that. And these are things that are also going to help your algorithm. All right, so let's talk about groups because groups are another way that you can find new people that you can interact with on Facebook with, building relationships, growing that. So I want you guys to think about, maybe go back to those 5 things. What makes you you? Who are you? What are your hobbies? What kind of groups would you want to be in and involved with? Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you want to be in an entrepreneur group. Maybe you just had a newborn and you want to connect with other moms that have newborns. Maybe you just recently went through a divorce and you want to, interact with other people that are going through a divorce and have that support system. Maybe you're a nanny and you want to connect with other nannies, right? So whatever that is for you, think about, who do I actually want to connect with? Who are other people that I would want in my business that are like me, right? And then you can get into those groups. I should have just stayed on screen share. Let me pull up my notes real quick on my phone so I stay on task with this though. Okay, scroll the groups. All right, so I'm going to screen share with you guys again and show you a little bit about groups. Okay, make this bigger so you guys can see it. Okay, so where you find them, again, you go to your homepage, you come over here to groups. Now, these are people that have added me to groups. Kind of annoying, right? This is why we don't just randomly add people to groups. These are my favorites. These are groups I manage. These are my groups that I am currently in, okay? Tons of them. Now, you can discover groups by coming over here and clicking on this tab. Suggestions for you, popular new you. You can kind of look through some of these different things or you can search. All right, so suggestions for you. So let's see, let me just click one. Insider Club, Business Lounge for online creators. Ooh, this looks like a group I'd want to join. Okay, so I can click join group. I'm not going to right now because I don't know if I want to join it or not, but I can click join group. And once I get into this group, now there's members that I can like start interacting with, start building relationships with, maybe start adding them on Facebook as personal friends, because they are in this group with me, right? And another thing just to know is a lot of groups, you guys, you need to read their policies and procedures, their rules, but a lot of them don't let you post your own business stuff. Like you can't go in there and just start posting about your business and trying to grow it that way. They'll kick you out. So just know that unless you're joining a group for that, but make sure you guys read the rules and regulations. That way you don't get kicked out of a group. Most of them don't let you sell stuff in there. So one thing that you want to do when you're in this group, the purpose of it really would be to build relationships. So you're liking, you're commenting on other people's stuff, you're adding value, you're adding posts that are worthwhile to that group. You want to become somebody that other people in the group are like, oh my gosh, I want to look for Ashley's post for the day, or I want to see what she's talking about, and just start building those relationships in there. Why? Because then you can add them on Facebook. You can friend request them, and it's going to go from the group to your own personal wall, to your own personal connection as friends. Okay, next thing I want to talk to you guys about is interacting on Facebook. This is something that you should do every single day. So interacting by commenting, liking, it helps your algorithm. We already talked about that. Every time that you comment and like, it's going to help your algorithm. All right. As you're scrolling through Facebook, if you are scrolling and you are not commenting, I want you to ask yourself why. Okay. If you're being intentional about building your business, okay, that's what I'm talking about. So if you're in a power hour and you're being intentional about commenting and liking, and you're scrolling and you're not commenting, maybe it's because they're not adding any value to you. Maybe they're not a great friend to have on Facebook. Maybe they're constantly negative and you're like, I don't really want this person in my business. I would maybe recommend unfollowing them or unfriending them if there's somebody that you don't really know, and making room for new people that you do want to comment and interact with. All right. So that's just kind of a tip, is you want to make room for those people. One way that I do this by commenting and liking, that I'm able to stay on task, is I do something called letter of the day. And so if it's a random Wednesday and the letter of the day is L, I'm going to go to my Facebook friends and I'm going to type in the L, and it's going to pull up everybody that has the first name L in their first name. And I'm able to now go through there and comment and like, and I set a timer for like 10 or 15 minutes. You can do it in groups, you can do it in lists, but it's just a way for you intentionally every single day to stay on track with commenting and liking. It's called Letter of the Day. We can kind of get more into that later, but I just wanted to give you guys that quick tip of that's something that you can do to grow your business. Also, anytime somebody comments on any of your posts, I already said this, but make sure you click reply back to their comment, because it's going to boost your algorithm. It's going to help with your comments. The other thing that I want to tell you guys to do is, instead of just hitting like, and I'll screen share again, instead of just hitting like on a post, I want to make sure that you guys are reacting to a post instead of liking, because it gets way more weight in the algorithm. So what I mean by that is, you can comment here, or if you hover over like, these reactions pop up. Don't just click like. If you want to like it, click the reaction like, or click love, or the haha button, or the sad button, whatever those are called reactions. Those are going to get you higher weight in the algorithm than if you were just to go like. Okay. All right. Pretty straightforward and simple. Okay. So let's talk about messaging. So when you are messaging, and again, I'm going to make a video about like what makes a good message and how to do that and all of that kind of stuff. But as far as Facebook goes, you want to make sure every day that you click your messages and you're following back up with the people, or you're responding to the people from the previous day. Maybe you went to bed and there's 10 messages of people, in conversation with you. You want to make sure that you're taking time out of your day when you're working Facebook to respond to the people on Facebook, right? Make sure you didn't miss anything in your inbox. The other thing too, you guys, is Facebook Messenger is an app that Facebook uses on your phone. I do all of my messaging on my phone. Why? Because it's an app on my phone, and Facebook, when you use their features, they like that. Okay, they're going to give you higher algorithms. So if I message from my computer, that's great. But when I message from my phone, I'm using the app and I'm messaging those specific people. So if I were to send a message to Paula on Facebook Messenger on my phone, it's also going to say to Facebook, oh, Ashley and Paula, they're friends. I should probably start showing Paula Ashley stuff and Ashley Paula stuff, vice versa. So you want to get in people's inboxes on Messenger because it also helps to boost your algorithm. One thing I do every single day is I send happy birthday comments, but then I'll also send them a happy birthday message. So I might just say happy birthday, and then I'll message them and say, hey girl, I just hope you have the best birthday ever. Do you have any fun plans for the day? Right? Nothing to do about my business, but it's just building relationships. It's also boosting my algorithm. We want to work smarter, not harder, right? Don't spam. What I mean by that is copying and pasting messages to people. Facebook's super, super smart. They're going to block you if you copy and paste the same message, even if it's a happy birthday message, right? If you type up a happy birthday message and you have 10 friends that day that have a birthday, you're like, oh, I'll just copy, paste this, send it to everybody. Facebook knows that and can see that, and they're going to block you. So make sure you change up your messages, use people's names, make sure you read it before you send it. Don't send somebody else's name. Spend some time making sure that it's unique to that person. Make it about them, not about you. Okay? The other thing I love to do in Facebook Messenger is send voice audios. So there is a button on your phone, and I would assume people know how to do this, but not everybody does. So I'm going to screen share on my actual phone for a second. Okay, so once you guys go to Facebook and you go to Messenger, you can click on, here. Oh, I'm trying to save privacy issues. Okay, this is a prospect that I've been talking to, okay? See this button, this little microphone button, okay? You can hold that down and send her a voice audio. Again, voice audio, okay? So that way they hear your voice and it's not just them reading. And you can do that in on text messages too. That's one of my favorite things to do when I'm messaging people is having them hear my voice. People will click that, or you can also send them a video. People will click that where maybe they get the notification and they read the first sentence from your message and they're like, oh, I don't have time to read that. And they don't actually read it. But if it's a voice audio, they want to click it. They'll listen to it that way. All right. Okay. The next thing I wanted to talk about on Facebook is following up with people. So again, I showed you guys my calendar. So I follow a 2-2-2 rule. I'm not going to go super far into this because this is more social media. But again, it's one of those daily things that you want to do on Facebook, right? You're sending new messages and you're following up with people. So every single day, anybody I send a message to, I write their name down on the calendar. Next day, send messages, write their name down on the calendar. Next day, send messages, write their name down on the calendar. We'll say it's Wednesday, the 11th. What I'm going to do when I set some follow-up time, and I set a timer for this, if you only have an hour to work your business, you got to make sure you're doing a little bit of all of these things. So maybe I'm going to follow up for 10 minutes. Set a timer. I just went from messaging to now follow up. So now I'm going to follow up. I go 2 days beforehand. Okay, 2 days beforehand was the 9th. Who did I talk to the 9th that hasn't signed up yet? I'm going to send them a follow-up message. Then I go 2 weeks, send them a message. And then I go 2 months. So I follow a 2-2-2 rule. All right. The other thing that you can do is check any messages from the day before and see if there's anything that you need to respond to. All right. That's part of follow-up. So now we're going to move into very quickly, and then I'm going to show you guys some apps and how to use apps. How to take and make good quality images. You guys, social media is all about aesthetics, especially Instagram, but it's about aesthetics. You want people to see things. We are visual people. You want people to see things, click on it, be like, ooh, what's that? They're going to get drawn into something. If you take a picture that's super grainy, maybe you are moving and it's like shaky and it's not super crisp and clear, it's not going to draw somebody in. You want images that look vibrant and good and clean and crisp and clear, okay? So how you do that, how to take a good image is anytime you're outside, in a house, wherever, you want to find the light, okay? What I mean by that is you want the light in front of your face. Right now, I have a window right here, and you can see there's light right here, and there's not light right here because I'm in a room. Now, I want to show you something. Hopefully, I can do this. Okay. Do you see how now there's light on my face? This would be where I'd want to take a picture. I'd want to take a selfie right here. Now watch. What happens when I turn this around, it's not really, okay, see how the light behind me like makes this halo? Now, this is a very lighted space, so it's not super, super bad. But my point is, when you're taking images, you want to find the light. So if you're taking an image of somebody else, again, find the light, make sure the light is in front of them, not behind them, to take a good quality photo. And so you don't have shadows on your face or you don't look like a ghost. And also angles, okay? So make sure you hold the camera above you, not below you. Why? Watch. What happens if I take a picture like this? Do you see my double chin, triple chin? It just is not a flattering, this is not a flattering angle, right? But an angle like this is flattering. It slims your face. And so when you're taking images of other people, don't take it down here, take it up high, and you can angle your camera like this, okay? When you angle it, it just is a flattering way to take pictures of other people. Also, when you're taking a selfie, don't take a selfie with your camera pointed down here or even face level. Hold it up a little bit higher, not like this, right? But a little bit higher, higher than your chin. So you're taking a good quality picture of yourself that is going to be very, very flattering. Again, make sure it's not blurry. If it's blurry, take another one. Check it. You guys, these things matter. All right. The other thing you want to do is you want to stay on brand. So you want to make sure that your images look crisp, clear, they look good, they're branded to you. All right, and now we're going to move into that. We're going to talk about some apps and how to use specific apps. So I am going to screen share to my phone, and I'm going to show you guys what I do and what apps I use. Okay. All right. So most of my apps that I use for my business are all in one space, so I can just scroll over and use them. If you are wanting to make a side-by-side, picture of something, you can use an app called PhotoGrid. All right, what you do is you click grid, like this one of Andrew. All right, so I made, hold on, let me show you guys real quick. Okay, so I did this like before and after picture of Andrew, right? Anytime you want to do a side-by-side for whatever reason, I use that app called PhotoGrid. So you can click on, the before picture, the after picture. Next, you can change the ratio if you want it on your iPhone, if you want it longer, shorter, square, whatever that looks like for you. And then you can also change the layout, you guys. Okay, so this is just real quick. You can move the pictures around, make them the same size. You can take the photo grid part off, and then you just click next and save. And now automatically that picture just saved to your phone. Okay, so that's what I use. There's tons of them out there. I'm just showing you guys the ones that I use. Now, if you're wanting to filter a picture, because again, we want to make sure our pictures are good quality images, okay? So if you're wanting to filter a picture, I use Pick, Tap, Go. So I'm trying to, let me find an image that maybe is not filtered actually. Well, this one of Andrew. Okay, it's not a great picture. It was inside, see the window in the back, right? But this one does not have a filter on it. So you click edit at the top and you click on filters. There's tons of them there. You guys can kind of play with this. And here's the fun thing. You can layer filters on top of each other. So one that I usually pick is crispity because it makes it crisp. And then you swipe up if you want to like layer another one on there. So I like air. It makes it very clean looking. okay, and say I want to add another one on there. Maybe I want to add contrast, okay? So I'm going to add contrast on there, all right? Now, obviously, that is a better quality. That's the previous. So I can click go and now save to my camera roll, okay? Now, the next thing I want to show you guys is how to save a filter. I really wish I could find a picture of that. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go into my trash. Recently deleted. Okay, this picture of, okay, recover, because I've already filtered this picture. We'll just use this one. All right, perfect. Oh, you know what? Dang it. There it is. Okay, so here's an unfiltered picture. Okay, so it's not a bad picture, not bad at all, but I just like things brighter. So I'm going to click edit, and you can see here where it says my style and recipes. These are ones that I've already created as recipes. So like this one is one of my favorite ones, and it just brightens the picture up. But how you create that recipe is you go to the photo, you click edit, and you click your filters. So maybe you're like, okay, I want the crispity on, I want it more crisp, I want contrast on. You're layering, pictures on top of pictures. You want air on there to brighten it up. Okay, so you're like, all right, that's good. You click go, and right over here, it says save recipe under the picture. Now you can save that, you can name it. And so that way, every single time that you come into this app, all you have to do, instead of going through each individual picture, you can click my style, and these are all the ones that I've saved, right? So you can put those filters on there and it already does it for you, and click go. So this is an app that I use constantly all the time to edit and brighten my pictures. My 3 favorites ones are crispity, bright side, contrast, and air. Actually, those are 4. So those are 4 of my favorite different filters that I use on there. Okay, so let's talk about how to layer pictures on top of pictures. An app that I use is called PixArt. All right, so this one is really cool. You can use it for lots of different things, but I just use it for pretty much like layering pictures upon pictures. You can see I did my founding partner picture that way as well. So what I mean by that is, let's just say I want to do this picture, and then I want to, you scroll over to add photo, okay? And then I'm going to show you guys like what I do to really brand myself is I will put my logo on there. Okay, so these are a few of my logos that are saved in here. Where's my, right here. And see how it just put that on there for me? I just layered that picture over it. Okay, you can do it down here, whatever that looks like. I can cancel it, discard. Let's see, maybe I want to do Ignite, okay? I'm doing this one instead. You can move that around, layer that on top of it. Another thing that I will do with these is, trying to think of another example that I could show you guys. There's so many different ways to like layer pictures and why you would layer them. I think you guys probably get the idea. Okay, so that's how I layer pictures. That's how I add my logo to pictures. I layer picture on top of a picture. Okay, so if you want to write on your pictures, this is a app that I use pretty much every single day. It's called WordSwag. Okay, so on WordSwag, you can make certain images. I'll show you guys, I just made this image on WordSwag for our Grand Rapids Discover Emrys events, okay? So how you do that, say you are hosting an event. You're hosting a Discover Emrys event, okay? You can go to, well here, if you go to our Facebook page, Ignite, and you click on albums, template for Discover Emrys events. Okay, you can pick whatever template one you want. So say you like this one. You can save this picture to your phone, save to phone. Okay, now you can go back over to WordSwag. You're going to find that picture. Okay, you're going to find that picture, click next, and then double tap the screen, exit out of it, and type in, let's see, Friday, April 26th, 7 p.m. Okay, then now you can change the font of that. I'm going to put this in. You can change the color. I'm going to change it to black so you guys can actually see it. But you can click through here and figure out what font you want. There are tons of fonts that we have. Okay, there's tons and tons. You can find your own. You can find your favorite ones that you like that are gonna represent you. Okay, so then you can also then click add text again if you want to like put something else on there. Maybe you need to add like the address, right? Okay, I'm just gonna put that. And again, you can change the color. Say if you want it like maybe more of an Emrys color. See, there's all these colors available. There's tons and tons that you could pick from. Okay, you can then change the style again. Maybe you want it in cursive, maybe you want it underlined, whatever that is, okay? You can also change the image and you can like brighten the background and like darken it up. So maybe you want it more like that. So there's so many different things that you guys could do with something like this, all right? If you want to make your own quote, say you see a quote on Pinterest and you want to brand it to yours. So say you go to Pinterest and you type in motivational quotes. Okay, don't be busy, be productive. You're like, that's great, but my brand is not green. Okay, so you want to go into WordSwag and and you save it by doing this. Okay, so we're going to create a new image. If you click library, it pulls up your photos. If you click free photos, it brings up all of their backgrounds that they have for you, and you can also search ones. I use the white background a lot. Also, you can change the ratio down here at the bottom. Square. So say, and sometimes it'll save the one from before. What was our quote? Don't be busy, be productive. So to change this, you just double tap on it, exit out of it. Don't be busy, be productive. All right, so now you can change this to maybe what's more your brand. Maybe that's your favorite font. And every single time, you know, that you want to make a quote, you come in here because you want it to look a certain way. Whoops, I just spelled my name wrong. That's super funny. All right, so maybe that's how I want it to look. Okay, maybe those are my branding colors. Also, see how it says Ashley Walmer like that? Like Ashley, then Walmer on the next line. If you double tap on it, see how it says it all in one word? If you hit auto line break on over here and you turn that on, it now will make it say how you want it. So if I do like Ashley Lynn Walmer, again, it's all on one line, okay? And then you can save that. You can also, if you're super fancy and want to add your logo to it, okay, whoops, I saved the last logo. So new logo, got it. I'm going to go into my logos that I have made. And I'm just going to put my little watermark right there, right? So you can brand it even more towards you. I love word swag. I use word swag all the time for if I'm making images for events, or if I want to do recognition for my team, I'll do them that way too. Now, another thing that you can do anytime you guys see pictures that I've done that have like circles in them, that is Rona Collage. This is a really cool app. So say, for example, I'm doing like a recognition photo, okay? And I'm recognizing 3 different people. I will come into Rona, okay? You click whatever background you want. Say I wanted this one. You click on the image, fill frame, and you now can put pictures in there. So say I'll just randomly pick 3 pictures, okay? Stuff, Mickey. Okay. So say for example, this is the picture that I want, okay? Then you click save and share. Then what I do is now I upload that picture into WordSwag and I WordSwag it. Because again, I like to pick the exact same fonts all the time and use that. So now this is the image that I'm writing on. So that's how I kind of use different apps and layer them. So Rona Collage is really cool. Another app that I use is Canva. And honestly, you guys, I don't love it on the mobile. I like it better as a website, but that's where you really can do lots of branding and logos. You can make it transparent. You can come in here into Canva and create your own logos. If you're like, how do you create a logo? Do you have to pay for it? Yeah, you can. I paid for mine. But right here, you can select different things you want to do, and you can click on logo. All right. And you can kind of scroll till you find one that you like. So say you're like, ooh, I like this one. You can change the color. You can change it. So if you want it to say your name, okay, and then you can change the font, you can change everything. I want to change this background color. I might need to move that. So you can change this background color. You can add your brand colors in there. If I want it to be pink, I can move it to pink. You can do so much different stuff with this. And then once you're done, you can save this, and now this is your logo. So I use Canva to make all of those. Now, one other thing I will show you guys, and I use Lightroom a lot too for filters. I use it more for Instagram, but Lightroom is another app that you can use to layer photos on top of, layer filters. And so all of these pictures have already been filtered, but I will take, let me just pull one, or here, I'll bring in, okay, when we were doing our really fun secretive posts, okay, this is a picture that I took of myself to be like, I have a secret. If you come over here to the bottom and you click on presets, these are presets that are kind of like the saved recipes from PicTapGo. And I can change the color and the scheme. So minimal 2 is the one that I use all the time for my pictures. I just love it. It's my favorite. But see how all of these presets look a little bit different. Different people like different things. Again, it goes to your brand, what you like, what you want to do, what tones you're looking for. But for me, this one is my favorite, okay? And so now I've just put a filter on that picture, and I can save it because I want all of my pictures to look exactly the same. Now, if you're wondering where do you get presets, if you go to Etsy and type in presets, you can buy them there. They're like $6. They're not expensive at all. All right, so one other thing I'm going to show you guys, because I know this gets asked a lot, is how to copy and paste. Like, how do I take a message, or how do I take something on Facebook? If say you like the idea of one of my posts and you want to change it and make it yours, how you do that is you just hold this down and hit copy. Okay, it's that easy. You can rewrite something, rework something, whatever that looks like, but that's how you copy and paste. So All right. I think that's it, you guys. That's where I wanted to end things today for Facebook. So at least I gave you some kind of good to know how to use apps, and then those daily things that you can do every day on Facebook to move your business forward, which is posting, adding to your story, growing your network by adding new friends, interacting, building relationships by commenting and liking on people's things. You're going to check messages. You're going to follow up. And respond. So those are things that will move your business every day. I hope you guys learned something from this, and look for the Instagram one. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. All right, guys. See you later.